Greetings, everybody. Welcome to spring 2023. My name is Jackie Pierce. I am your instructor for ENC2210. This is a course that I have been teaching for a long time, and I really enjoy teaching it because it gives me a chance to allow all of the learners in the class to sort of explore their own interests. So that's something I want you to keep in mind here as we get started, that in technical and professional writing, you are going to be able to explore your own field of interest. Now, for some of you, that's going to mean looking several years down the road at the field in which you plan to work. And for others of you, that may mean exploring options of things that you think you might want to do down the road. And for some of you, it's going to mean more exploring your next phase of education. So this course is a little bit different depending on who's taking it, which again is kind of one of the things I really like about it. So the other thing to note is that every week I will be posting what I like to call a weekly walkthrough video, which is exactly what it sounds like. Those will essentially go over the assignments that are due during that week, and often looking ahead at upcoming assignments, because of course some things build onto other things. Here at the beginning of the semester, it's pretty straightforward. We are going to open by focusing on ourselves and gathering some information, saving some things that will help you prepare to complete the assignments that are either business and professional related or technical writing related. The other thing I want to mention here in the opening video is that technical writing does not mean it's about computers. So a lot of folks sign up for this that are interested in computers and in IT, which is fantastic. But professional and technical writing covers pretty much any topic. Technical writing exists in all fields. So, for example, if you've ever had a job that has somewhere there's a manual of how to complete the tasks that need to be done, or there's a website intranet where people can go to see how to do something, how to fill in a particular report, or things of that nature. All of that falls under the umbrella of technical writing. And so keeping that in mind, if you're not interested in computers, good news, you don't have to write about computers. You can write technical documents that are related to your own field. And we'll talk about that as we get into the technical writing assignments. So I want to open, as I will with all of the courses, by going over some of the things that you need for the week. And the biggest thing, of course, here at the very beginning is to take a quick look at the syllabus. So I'm not going to read it to you. Part of your assignment this week is to look at that and all of the other documents. But I am going to kind of go through some things with you so that you are on track. All right, so let me open the course, and you will find your syllabus is the second link on the left-hand column. Right now, I am not in student view, so you are seeing a lot of things that you will not see on your own screen, but because of the way that this syllabus tool works, I can't be in my student view to show it to you. So I'm going to start there, and then I'll go back out and we'll look at the course the way you would see it. So, as always, of course, your course syllabus is going to give you all the information that you need, and I'm going to hit a couple of highlights for you. This information right here, how to contact me and all that good stuff, I want to point out a few things. This is my cell phone number. Please text me. And if you need, especially if you need something during office hours, or you want to make an appointment at some other time, let me know. feel free to text me. Make sure when you do text me that you identify yourself and which class you're taking, so I know what's going on there. I do have office hours from 6 to 9 on Tuesday evenings, but I am fairly available all evenings with some notice. So if you need something, you can let me know there. The course description, of course, you can go over this for yourself, but business writing, professional writing, technical communication, those are kind of the areas that we are focusing on. And you will find that I have broken it down kind of by unit on the objectives. In terms of student learning outcomes, we are assessing for communication. And so you'll note here, create clear thesis and organization, appropriately develop and present message content, use correct grammar, and demonstrate effective written and or verbal communication. So that's the one that you're going to be assessed on for the school beyond just your grade. So we're going to work on that. There is no textbook for this course. The course materials are within the class. Everything is available online. So there's nothing to buy from the bookstore for the course. Your grade is based on a total of 1,000 points, which makes it very easy for you to kind of track how you are doing. I do expect you to log into Canvas more than once a week. It is a fully online class, so please make sure that you are checking often. Attendance is more than just signing in, so you need to look at the announcements, you need to participate when we have discussions, complete all your assignments and submit them in Canvas. And of course, if you have issues or problems, the best way to get in touch with me is honestly to use the Canvas inbox, which is over here on the far left column. That comes not only to my Canvas inbox, but it comes to my email, and I do answer those very, very quickly. It is a Gordon Rule class, so you have to complete all the assignments. That's an important one. At the end of the semester, it's important to know that you have to submit everything before final starts, other than a final. So if you're trying to do all your work at the end of the term, it is probably not going to work very well for you. So if you do fall behind, please get in touch with me. Let's work out a plan to get you caught up before the end of the semester. Academic integrity, of course, you can't plagiarize. And then, of course, there's some additional information here for you in terms of how to connect with some resources through the Dean of Students office. And then we have some information about course content. This course is usually not very controversial, but it is a college course. So you may see people writing about things that you disagree with, or discussing things that you disagree with. It's part of the college experience. So if you do have any problems or concerns, please do reach out to me and we'll chat about it. Typically, there's nothing in this particular class that you would need to have additional services for, other than maybe if you have visual or auditory issues. But if you are a student with disabilities, make sure that you do register with the Students with Disabilities office. It's now called Student Accessibility Services. It has the right name in the paragraph, but do get in touch with them and let them know so that they can communicate with your professors. With initial attendance, you absolutely have to turn in the work during the first week in order to be marked as present. If you do not do that, then you can be withdrawn for not participating. So in an online class, just signing in is not sufficient for attending. You have to actually submit work. There's some additional information about safety, privacy, all of those fun things. So please do take a look at all these and read them carefully. You're going to need the information in our quiz for the week. And then the withdrawal deadline for spring is Monday, March 27th. I will communicate with you closer to that time if there's some reason that you might want to think about withdrawing. But if you do decide that you're not going to finish a class, make sure that you withdraw by that date. Otherwise, you won't receive a grade. The schedule is all right here for you, the class calendar. I personally like to print that out and have it in my notebook. You can feel free to do that. I know it's sometimes hard to print off of these kinds of things, but I have faith that you know how. So I think it'll be okay. All right, so let me go back to the home screen and turn on the student view. So we'll take a look at week 1. All right, so the way that the course is set up is that you have modules. Okay, so everything that you need to worry about is in the modules. You've got a link to that here, here, here. Well, this is the textbook. And then you have the link over here on the left-hand column for modules. I don't care which one you click on. Take a look. We're going to click on the real one. All right, so in week 1, we're getting started, of course, and each week you'll notice there are 2 sections. There's the learning part, which is what you actually need to do to prepare for the earning part, which is the graded work. I like to call it learn before you earn. A lot of times people, and I can go back to the home screen here for 1 second. A lot of times people get really hooked on this to-do list over here. I would discourage you from ever just clicking on something and trying to do it. You need to do the learning before you do the earning. So in week 1, you've got your learning materials, and it is going to ask you to see the home page. It's going to direct you to my contact information and some other words of wisdom. And then, of course, you are going to have a getting started in Canvas video. So I'm not going to go over too much of the how to do the Canvas stuff because it's already in here. And then when you're ready, you can click on Earn, and then you've got 2 assignments this week. You've got the syllabus quiz, which again, of course, you're going to need to complete all of those learning materials before you take that. And then your discussion board introduction. We'll click on that really quickly. I do really want to see you. So either a photo or a video, either one of those is fine. When you do write instruct or discussion board posts, you want to use essay form, which means you're always going to have at least 3 paragraphs. There's a discussion board rubric, which you will be able to look at, that calls for essay form, detail, proper grammar, and punctuation. The posts, of course, are not worth as many points as a paper is, but they add up over time. So take them seriously and really take a look at that. The other thing that you should note is that this is pretty much your only way to get extra credit in this course. So don't forget that while you're not required to respond to your classmates' post, if you do so regularly and fully, and that means within 1 week, you can earn up to 25 extra points at the end of the term. Aim for 3 to 5 sentences and try asking questions to stimulate discussion. So there you go. You also will want to make sure that if somebody asks you a question, especially me, that you answer it. So those are your 2 things that you got to do this week. You've got a discussion board and you've got a quiz. Easy peasy. Any questions, make sure you reach out. Oh, the other thing I would mention really quickly on the discussion page. So if we click on the discussion page, you will notice there is a Q&A discussion board. This is for public questions. So if you've got a question about your own grade, shoot me an inbox. But if you've got a question about an assignment, like how to do it or whatever, put it on the Q&A board. You can actually also subscribe to that. I'm in the student view, so I'm already subscribed to it. But if you click this box right here, you would get a notification when someone posts. So that would be helpful for you to know when I answered your own question or if other people are asking questions. So please make use of the Q&A board. Most online classes have them, but I find that a lot of times people don't use them, and they can be really, really helpful. It certainly helps me because chances are if you have a question about an assignment, so does everybody else. So it lets me answer it once instead of 25 different times. So I hope everybody is ready for a fun semester. Like I said, reach out anytime if you've got questions. Feel free to text me. Feel free to ask me questions there as well. But it's just as fast usually to inbox me or put it on the Q&A board. I do work full-time through the week in the daytime, so I'm not always available during the day, but I will answer your questions, and I do keep up with email even during the day. All right, everybody, take care and have a great first week. I will see you next week for our next weekly walkthrough.